Hi, I'm Caitlin Dube, and I'm running for school committee because I believe that Cambridge can have the best schools in the world. I've been an educator for my entire profession, and I'm also the parent of a fifth grader at Baldwin. In addition, I love living in Cambridge, and I am deeply involved in the community here. I've started two no-cost youth leadership programs in collaboration with the YWCA, Transitions House, and the Women's Commission, and I've also created programming and curriculum at Cambridge Ringe and Latin. I bring all of this experience and passion for the city to the school committee race. I believe that we can transform education right here in Cambridge so that we can close the opportunity gap by creating learning experiences for all students, authentic family engagement that centers educator and caregiver voice, creating transparent, accountable systems for school committee to show the community how and where we're making progress and to solicit authentic community feedback. I also think we need to create real world, relevant, rigorous, exciting learning experiences for children. I have lots of ideas on how to do this, many of which are on my website, and I would be excited for you to follow my newsletter where I share deep dives about my policy ideas, priorities, and other ways that we can cultivate exciting, rigorous, relevant, transformative learning right here in Cambridge. For example, one of the ideas that I talk about on my website is implementing project-based learning. Project-based learning is a way to meet all students where they are. We can have inclusive classrooms where students are learning at all levels. Teachers are teaching culturally relevant, important, engaging curriculum, and students are seeing themselves in the curriculum. We also need to rethink our upper schools. We know that K-8 schools are best practices for children, and we should critically examine the innovation agenda to see if it's actually achieved its intended outcomes. I believe that we should think about what our schools could and should be, and that we don't need to be reliant on the status quo. The work I do now is as an equity-driven school designer. That means I help districts think about and reimagine the way that education could be. I'm excited to bring that lens to school committee so that we can look at what we're doing here in Cambridge and create better systems that serve more kids. I also have some ideas about how we can partner with the city. We have an incredibly unique opportunity with universal pre-K, and we should leverage those upstream opportunities so that we can see better outcomes for kids later down the road. We should also extend wraparound services with the city. We know that kids learn best when they're regulated and all of their needs are met. When we combine forces with the city by providing mental health, medical services, and we create a community school model, we're supporting the whole system so that kids can learn. We also need to support our educators. Our educators are right there every day in the classroom, teaching our kids, seeing how they are, and we need to create meaningful opportunities for them to partner with caregivers. That means we need to implement gold standard family engagement. And that's more than just caregiver involvement. It means true partnership in the education of our students. We also need to give educators a non-voting seat at school committee meetings. That way, educators are involved in policy decisions from the outset. True collaboration requires a shift in our cultural mindsets. We need to be creating the conditions for students to learn, for adults to collaborate, so that we can move the needle forward. I also think it's really important that as a school committee, we commit to transparent and accountable practices. That can look like lots of things. We can host office hours. We can visit educators at the schools by actually meeting them where they are. We should also be publishing data dashboards, thinking about democratizing data practices, and bringing Cambridge Public Schools truly forward across our equity mission. I'm Caitlin Dube, and I'm running for school committee because I believe we can have the best schools in the world. I'm asking for your #1 vote on November 4th, and I look forward to creating a transformative and exciting learning experience for all of our students here in Cambridge.